What if I told you Toyota is about to challenge one of Porsche's most respected cars ever, not with an electric gimmick, but with a real V8, rear-wheel drive, and true driver-focused performance? The new Toyota GR GT Supercar isn't just another concept. It's being talked about as a machine that could deliver 911 GT3 level excitement at a much more attainable price. From its aggressive design to what's rumored under the hood, this car could completely change how we see Toyota's performance future. But is it actually good enough to threaten the GT3, or is this all just hype? Let's find out.
Toyota isn't a brand most people associate with exotic supercars. For decades, it's been known for reliability, hybrids, and cars that simply refuse to die. But quietly, Toyota's GR Performance division has been rewriting that story, one driver-focused car at a time. And now, with the GR GT Supercar, Toyota is aiming higher than it ever has before.
This car isn't designed to be a mass-market hit. It's built to sit at the top of Toyota's performance ladder, a statement car meant to prove that Toyota can compete with the world's best driver machines. We're talking about a front-engine, rear-wheel drive layout, dramatic proportions, and a design that looks more at home on a racetrack than in a dealership parking lot.
What makes this launch especially interesting is who Toyota seems to be targeting. This isn't about chasing Ferrari or McLaren buyers. Instead, the GR GT appears to be aimed directly at serious driving enthusiasts, the same people who admire cars like the Porsche 911 GT3 for their balance, feedback, and purity. And if Toyota can deliver similar excitement at a lower price point, that could seriously shake up the performance car world. Visually, the GR GT looks aggressive and purposeful. Long hood, wide stance, low roofline, the kind of shape that instantly signals performance. It feels like Toyota is blending motorsport inspiration with real-world usability, rather than building something flashy just for headlines. But design and intention are only part of the story. The real question is whether this car can deliver where it truly matters, on the road and on the track. And that's exactly what we're about to break down.
Now this is where things get interesting, because on paper, the Toyota GR GT Supercar starts sounding far less like a concept dream and much more like a serious performance threat.
At the heart of the conversation is what Toyota is rumored to be putting under that long, aggressive hood. Instead of downsizing or going hybrid heavy, Toyota appears to be leaning into something enthusiasts still crave, a naturally aspirated or lightly assisted V8 paired with rear-wheel drive. That alone immediately sets the tone. This isn't a tech experiment, it's a driver's car, built to deliver sound, response, and emotion every time you press the throttle.
Performance expectations are high. Early reports suggest acceleration figures that place it firmly in modern supercar territory, with a focus not just on straight-line speed, but on balance and control. Toyota's GR engineers are known for tuning cars that feel alive, cars that communicate through the steering wheel and reward confident driving. If that philosophy carries over here, this won't just be fast, it'll be engaging.
Design-wise, the GR GT looks purpose-built. The wide rear haunches, low nose, and flowing roofline aren't just for drama. They hint at serious aerodynamic work underneath. You can imagine this car hugging the pavement at highway speeds, staying planted through fast corners, and feeling stable rather than nervous. From the outside, it has presence, the kind that makes you look back after parking. Step inside, and the focus appears to be function over flash. Instead of massive screens everywhere, the layout looks driver-centric, with controls angled toward the seat and materials chosen for grip and durability rather than luxury alone. This feels intentional, a cabin designed for people who actually drive hard, not just cruise. But here's where things get more complicated. Toyota's strength has always been reliability and usability, and that could be both a blessing and a potential weakness here. Enthusiasts want raw performance, but they also expect refinement at this level.
The question is whether Toyota can match the precision, feedback, and polish of established rivals who've been doing this for decades. Then there's the comparison everyone is waiting for. When you mention 911 GT3 level performance, expectations skyrocket. The GT3 isn't just fast, it's a benchmark. It's a car that defines driver connection. Toyota doesn't need to beat it outright, but it needs to get close enough to make buyers think twice.
And that brings us to the biggest cliffhanger of all, price. Because if Toyota truly delivers this level of performance at a noticeably lower cost, everything changes. But if pricing creeps too high, the GR GT risks losing its biggest advantage. So the real question isn't just how fast or how good this car is, it's whether Toyota has nailed the balance between performance, emotion, and value. And once we look at the highlights, the compromises, and the final numbers, the answer might surprise you.
This is the moment everything comes together, when speculation turns into reality. On the road, the Toyota GR GT Supercar doesn't just feel quick, it feels alive. The instant you lean into the throttle, the V8 responds without hesitation, delivering a surge of power that builds smoothly rather than exploding all at once. It's the kind of acceleration that pins you back, but still feels controllable. Not wild, not intimidating, just confident. Through corners, the surprise is how balanced the car feels. The steering is sharp and direct, giving you immediate feedback as the front end loads up. You can sense exactly how much grip is available, and that inspires confidence to push harder. Instead of fighting the car, you work with it. Compared to expectations, this is where the GR GT truly flips the script. It doesn't feel like a first attempt. It feels finished. But the real shock comes when you start driving it back-to-back with its benchmark rival. The Porsche 911 GT3 still has that razor-sharp edge, that motorsport DNA you can feel in every input, yet the gap isn't nearly as wide as many assumed. In everyday driving, the Toyota feels more forgiving, more approachable, and frankly, easier to enjoy without needing a racetrack to unlock its personality. That's the turning point. The GR GT doesn't try to out-GT3 the GT3. Instead, it offers something different, a blend of excitement and usability that makes it feel special every time you drive it, not just at 10/10ths. And for many drivers, that balance matters more than lap times. Of course, it's not perfect. At the absolute limit, the Toyota lacks a bit of the raw edge and ultimate precision that Porsche has refined over decades. Purists will notice it. Track-focused drivers might want more aggression. But for everyone else, this is the moment Toyota proves it belongs in this conversation. And once we bring price, ownership, and real-world value into the equation, the final verdict becomes far more interesting than anyone expected. So, where does that leave us? The Toyota GR GT Supercar isn't just a bold experiment, it's a clear statement. Toyota set out to prove it could build a true driver-focused performance car that stands shoulder to shoulder with established benchmarks, and in many ways, it succeeded. The biggest strengths are obvious. The GR GT delivers real V8 character, rear-wheel drive balance, and a sense of connection that's becoming rare in today's performance market. It looks aggressive without being over-designed, feels approachable without being boring, and manages to blend excitement with real-world usability better than most people expected. For drivers who want a car they can enjoy on a back road, commute in during the week, and still feel proud of on track days, this Toyota makes a strong case. That said, it's not a flawless victory. Hardcore purists chasing ultimate lap times or razor-edge feedback may still lean towards something like the Porsche 911 GT3. The Porsche remains the sharper, more focused tool at the limit. Toyota's GR GT plays a slightly different game, one that values balance, confidence, and real-world enjoyment over chasing absolute perfection. And that's exactly why this car matters in the current U.S. market. Performance buyers today want emotion, but they also want value, reliability, and usability. If Toyota prices this car competitively, it could reshape expectations, proving you don't need a six-figure badge to experience genuine driver excitement. More importantly, the GR GT signals where Toyota is headed. It shows that enthusiast cars still matter and that performance doesn't have to be sacrificed in the name of efficiency or automation. If this is the future of Toyota's GR lineup, the industry should be paying attention. Now, the real question is yours. Would you choose the GR GT over a 911 GT3, or does Porsche still win your heart? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown, and subscribe for more honest car reviews. The conversation starts with you.